So let me take a bite of this. Oh, get some of that pork, the carrots. Mmm. Mmm. Mmm, mmm, mmm. Hi, I'm Amy Roloff, and I'm in my little kitchen. Today I felt like making a pork noodle bowl, and I don't know, I just felt like it. This is similar to a soup, but a little different. So we're gonna start with flavoring our broth. You know, these kind of noodles, ramen noodles, that a lot of us used in college with the little packages and the little flavor packet and stuff like that, and we kind of added stuff to it, or it was just really great to have that broth and the noodles, and that was it. So anyway, we're gonna kind of flavor our noodles, but you can put anything with this. I think a lot of it depends on, you know, how you flavor your broth. I'm just gonna add a little ginger to it, a little garlic to it, maybe a couple of scallion onions or green onions to it, just to create that flavor. A little soy sauce, maybe a touch of sesame oil, toasted sesame oil. Create, you know, some of that flavor to it. For the pork, you know, if you had leftover shredded pork that you didn't barbecue already, or, you know, create a different flavor to it, that's great with this. Or leftover pork loin roast, or a boneless pork chop and you slice it up. I'm using a pork loin roast in order to make this bowl. But you could use bok choy, you could use, gosh, so many other things. Bean sprouts, what's some of those greens called? Kale, anything. But what I'm using for this bowl, I've kind of did my best to cut the carrots into like little sticks. And what we're gonna do is try and cook these. And how I might do that is by cooking the noodles and the broth. As soon as you put that in the bowl, put the carrots in there so it has a chance to kind of warm up and soften up a bit. We're gonna add some spinach to our bowl. I'm gonna, in the process of boiling 2 eggs to make hard-boiled eggs. I've got some kind of roasted mushrooms here. We're gonna add that to it. And I think that's about it. That's really about all I had in my refrigerator. But yeah, this is what we're gonna do. So why don't we get going? Okay, I've got a chicken broth going, kind of warming up over here. Not quite coming to a boil, but I've got low sodium chicken broth here. I've got my water going here. It looks like I should have put a lid on it so it gets the water boiling, which I may go ahead and do. So I'm gonna go ahead and, I don't know if you can see this or not, probably not, but I chopped up a little bit of ginger. That'll create some really good flavor in that broth. So it was just a, you know, took a ginger root, cut off some of the skin part of it, and cut off a little piece of the ginger and just slice that up a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm just gonna put that in that broth. And then I have, I think it's really only 1 clove of garlic. If you want it more garlicky, add a little more garlic. I've got a little bit of garlic going on here. We're gonna add that. I'm gonna do a couple of splashes of soy sauce in this broth. Not a lot, but just enough to create some flavor. And I'm even gonna do just a little, couple of drops of the toasted sesame oil. That's about it. So let me go ahead and get my pork out of the oven. I'll get some lids for the water here so that I can get the water going a little quicker. Okay, while the eggs are cooking in this pot over here, and my broth is simmering over here with the ginger, the garlic, a little bit of soy sauce, just a few drops of toasted sesame oil, and the scallion onion. I'm gonna go ahead and slice up this meat here. And like I said, this is a pork loin roast that I got from our local meat market. And I love it because it's all local meat, local farmers. I think this meat is done really well. And instead of just leaving it in, like slices like this, I think I'm gonna cut them in like little strips. That way you don't have this big piece of meat, but you have a piece of meat that you can actually eat and you don't need a knife for it. I'm just gonna cut this up. I'm cutting the meat kind of on an angle so it doesn't totally, I'm keeping an eye on the clack up there because I only wanna boil these eggs maybe about 6 minutes. I want the yolk of the egg to be a little soft, but I don't want it to be what I would call like wet, like gooey. Ugh. I've never been a fan of that. Runny yolks and all that other good stuff. I don't know why, but just never have. So like this, I'm just gonna cut this in little strips here. Gosh, I should really taste this meat. It looks so good. In fact, I'm gonna take this little end piece. Oh yeah, good stuff. I definitely salted it well. Okay. There we go. I think we have enough here. Enough meat here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna check out my broth over here. Oh yeah. That's a boiling away. So what I'm gonna do before I add the noodles is that I'm gonna blanch these carrots within the broth. So I have my little scooper thing here. This will give the carrots enough to just soften up and not be so raw and hard. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dip these in the broth. And then I can scoop them out. Scoop them out later. Okay, my eggs are probably done here in a moment. I'm just gonna go ahead and turn off this burner here. The eggs are right here. I'm just gonna, yeah, I think the carrots need a little bit more, but see, this way I can just scoop them out. So I think it needs a little bit more. I'm gonna put a few pepper flakes. If you don't want it that hot or spicy, you could put some peppercorns in there, so that'll give it a little bit of spice without it being too hot. So I think that's what I may do, put a couple of peppercorns in here. Just a few. There we go. Peppercorns will give it a little spice. Yeah, I think these carrots are almost done here. Not quite. Let me put the lid back on. Let me see if I've got that bowl. Okay, you know what? I think my eggs are done. I don't have a cold water bath going on for them. So I'm just gonna kind of run them under some cold water just to kind of stop the cooking process. So here they are. And I think my carrots are done. Just gonna kind of scoop that out here. Even got that green onion out of there, which is okay. All right. I'm gonna get the other bowl and get the spinach. I just want to blanch it just a little bit. Like pretty much all I'm gonna do here is drop in the spinach, put it down here for a minute. Okay, we're done. I mean, it literally took, I probably should have used all my spinach, but I didn't. It literally took probably not even 10 seconds to get that going. Okay, I'm gonna put the lid on here, and then we're gonna get the ramen noodles. Bring this up to, whoa. Bring this up to a little boil again. Just a slight boil. Gonna get the noodles going. Everyone loves the noodles, but you know what? Everyone loves the broth that goes with the noodles as well. So we're gonna kind of get that down in there. I'm going to, yes, here's a spoon. Just gonna taste this for a little bit. Oh yeah. Lots of good flavors in here. Nothing is overpowering or too strong, but I think it's enough to give it some flavor. So the noodles shouldn't take that long, maybe 3 to 5 minutes. You don't want them mush, but you want them, you know, kind of a little bit chewy. Okay, I think we're ready to go here. I'm just gonna put the noodles in the broth over here. I have my eggs here, but I did not peel it yet. I may only make up one of these bowls. Chris is not here right now. He's playing poker with his guy friends, and so they had kind of like a beach poker for the last couple of days. Can you imagine playing poker for like 2 days or whatever? But anyway, that's what they're doing, or that's what he's doing. So I'm just gonna probably make up one bowl for myself. Let's see how this egg is. I'm just gonna cut it on this little corner. Well, it's not quite jammy like I would, so maybe I cooked it a little longer than 6 minutes. But I'm okay with it, but if you like more of a softer egg, maybe 3 to 4 minutes would have been good. I don't know, but these probably were 6 to 8 minutes. Definitely 5 to 6 minutes. But I'm just gonna, I don't know, where do I put these? I'm just gonna put them right here for now. Okay, let's get this broth going. Whoa, it's gonna be hot. Ow, the lid. Okay. Guess I need a fork. So we're just gonna get some of the noodles in there. Gotta make sure I don't take them all. I'm just gonna Scoop in some broth. I don't know how better to do this, so. Probably could have made more broth for 2 packets of noodles. So I have this going on. I'm just gonna layer some meat in here. And it's a bowl. Oh, where's my carrots and everything? So then I'm just gonna layer some carrots, get some of that ginger in there. That's probably what should have been left in this bowl, with some of the ginger. So I'm just gonna put some carrots here. And then definitely some spinach. And then if you guys wanted to add anything else to this, I mean, feel free. I almost want some avocado, but I don't think that would be right. Then I'm gonna add in 2 of my eggs, like that. I'm gonna add in a few of my parsley, cilantro here. Just a few scallions. And you know what else I think it would go great in this as well is some sesame seeds. So let me go get those. Okay, I'm almost done, but look at it. I think it's gonna look so good. I think it's gonna taste good. And so then I've got a few of my mushrooms that I'm just gonna put over around the edges here, and just 3 little spots. Yeah, that way. Then I've got a little parsley, a little scallions or green onions. Then I'm gonna add in a little bit of these toasted sesame. And there we go. We have a pork ramen noodle soup, or I should say pork noodle bowl, or I could say ramen, but maybe I'll just say pork noodle bowl. So pork noodle soup bowl. I don't know. I'll figure out a name. I always have a hard time coming up with the names for these things. So let me take a bite of this. Oh, get some of that pork, the carrots. Mmm. 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 And so how do you eat ramen noodles? Mmm. Mmm. You guys, it is so good. I love this. So this is so good. So you can find this recipe and all of my other recipes over at amyroloffslittlekitchen.com or on my YouTube channel, and I would love for you to subscribe to it. So follow the recipe, have fun watching the videos, and I'm trying to make them a little shorter. But anyway, make this little wonderful meal and let me know what you think. But this will probably be my pork noodle bowl. Something like that. I don't know. But here you go. Thank you. So from my kitchen to yours. Till next time, you guys.